Hi everyone, it's Morgana Sophia, astrologer. I hope you are well and I hope you're really riding these current energies with a little bit more grace and ease than I have been. The energy is super intense at the moment. So we have been through a really powerful retrograde season with eclipse season. We kicked off last December, the 6th of December, with that Mars retrograde through Leo, through Cancer. Then we went into a Venus retrograde, eclipse season, Mercury retrograde, the closing out of that eclipse season, and then really moving into a time where, although the astrology may be just slightly easing off from the retrograde period, we've got Neptunia who's gone into Aries, we've got Saturnia, she's about to make her move into Aries as well, and we're coming up to the Taurus new moon. So there's so much going on astrologically, but also if we start looking at some of the incoming energies, the ascension energies, the light codes, some of the galactic messages that are coming through, there really isn't that much of a let up. And the one thing I've noticed with me and with all my clients this week and some of my friends I've been talking to is that we're very much feeling these energies physically rather than emotionally or mentally or spiritually. They're really coming in and affecting our physical body. We've had everything from DNV, upset stomachs, migraines, joint pain, this unquenchable thirst as well at the moment as our cells start to recode, as they start to enable us to take in a lot more light. And I'm not going to lie, it has been really rough physically, especially for those of us who often feel quite well, feel quite vibrant. It's just been this kind of like wham, totally slammed into the ground, and this real need to rest. And one of the messages that really came through from me, from Goddess and from my guides, is that rest at the moment is the greatest accelerator to our physical and personal ascension. So really taking time to do some of the basics at the moment of drinking plenty of water, of staying grounded in whichever method works right for you, moving your physical body if you can do, getting out in nature. For me, going out for a run isn't an option at the moment because it's just too much for my physical body, but going for long kind of grounding dog walks is really, really helping support me, and getting away from our phones, getting away from the screen time, actually actively disassociating ourselves from the ongoing melee, shall we say, in the matrix. So if you've been feeling it, know that you are really, really not alone at the moment. It's been intense. There's no other way of describing it. But also, as all this energy keeps moving and swirling around us, making sure that your energy hygiene is really, really top notch. I spoke to a brilliant client about this yesterday, of making sure that we are clearing our energy regularly. And I mean like a daily habit. How we brush our teeth, we're clearing our energy. If you don't know how to clear your energy, I did a video a long time back, but the quickest way for me to clear my energy is to call down divine light from source, from God, Goddess, source, creator, whatever you believe in, 100% pure divine light. I see it coming down as a column. It's covering all my bodies, all my fields, and I'm asking for it to remove all negative energies and entities. And I stand in that column of white light until I can palpably feel a shift. And then I give great gratitude, I give thanks for it, and I pull that white light into my energetic field so that I'm walking around with that. So I'm like a little egg of light walking around. But I do that every day, and sometimes twice a day, sometimes as much as you need it, really to try and get into that habit of keeping your energy clean. It will make us feel a lot better. There is a lot of gunk, shall we say, coming out of the astral, a lot of hijacking, a lot of energies being released, either projected by someone or being actually thrown into our energetic fields because we hold a huge amount of light. So keep your energy really, really clean, keep yourself grounded, and just know that this too will pass, apparently. It doesn't seem like we've had much of a let up since 2020, but we are really shifting, really changing. We're taking in volumes of light that we've never taken in before. So it is about being gentle with ourselves. It is about learning the art of rest and learning to support each other through it as well. I'm really holding that energy and space for someone to experience whatever they need to experience. So what I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about is my thoughts around this new moon in Taurus. I'm not going to dive massively into the astrology because I think we can be bamboozled by words like quintile and semi-sextiles and squares. And I just want to take the essence of what I am feeling from this new moon. So as I'm recording this, the moon has just gone into Aries, I think, Pisces, Aries area. And it's going to be full at 7 degrees of Taurus on the 27th of April. It's about 7:30. It's going to be full. It's going to be a new moon, sorry. 27th of April, 7 degrees of Taurus, around 7:30 p.m. in the UK. So quite late. But I feel we're going to really feel this energy starting to come in as we hit the weekend. What I really want to say is this is a really powerful new moon. Maybe powerful new moon with full moon kind of energies coming in. If you really struggle to set your intentions at the start of the year, if you struggle to set your intentions at spring equinox, this for me is the moon to really do it. Taurus, she is the earth empress, she is Hathor, she is luxury, she is abundance, she is sensuality. She very much is linked to the earth and that fertile earth of planting our seeds, waiting for them to grow and to be harvested as we get into the dark part of the year. It's going to come in a really powerful weekend. We've got Mars Pluto opposition is going to be exact. What do we need to know about that? That is the fiery goddess Mars meeting Pluto, Plutonia, the dark goddess of transformation. Lots of power play, lots of eruptions, literally or metaphorically, lots of interactions on the world stage. I was going to say something very rude and we used to say at work, but imagine, you know, a lot of people getting the rulers out to measure their appendages, shall we say. But also we are going to find that as we go into this new moon in Taurus, the new moon is opposite to Black Moon Lilith, and this is where I've really concentrated my thoughts and my energy, because this is abundance, luxury, comfort meeting the shadow side of self, the rebellious nature. Black Moon Lilith is now in her natural home of Scorpio, where she likes to rebel. She likes to really express herself in a very deep way. She's very sexual. She is very in her own power. She's the seductress. She's the sorceress, meeting the kind of Earth Empress moon of Taurus, who likes luxury and comfort. So these two in opposition, and they're really going to show us where in our life we enjoy comfort, but where in our life that we want to really rebel. So it feels potentially for some of us quite a volatile weekend, because we've got comfort versus rebellion. What is restricting you? What is holding you back? Black Moon Lilith, what is restricting you? What are your deep-seated desires? What are they coming to the surface? But balancing this with kind of inner worth, comfort, harmony, luxury, abundance. And I can really see that this opposition at this new moon is really pushing us into letting go of what feels safe, of letting go of who and what is restricting you. So it feels quite emotionally charged, but it feels like this wonderful moon where we can plant the seeds of our intentions, where we can really feel that we're stepping into the springtime, that we're starting the year properly, versus this kind of shadow sister self, this Lilith energy, which is really asking us to be mindful and intentional around those intentions and really go into what are your deep-seated desires, what is coming to the surface, what now needs to be expressed. So I'm quite looking forward to this opposition, because it's really going to show us what could be, and in allowing ourselves to let go, what abundance, what comfort could we now find in our new sparkly, shiny selves, or are we going to cling to the old? Taurus can be very stubborn, can really want to be stuck in the mud and stick to what it knows. So can you really trust into that sorceress energy and let go? It feels like it's going to be a really beautiful new moon, a very powerful new moon. It is a super new moon. But it also feels that this is the time for laying down our foundations for deep, deep transformation, but also of seeing what happens in the collective. And these power plays of this Mars Pluto opposition on the 26th may play out in our personal lives, but actually, how far do you want to go? How far do you want to assert your power and your dominance to the detriment of yourself, to the detriment of what you are trying to achieve? And Plutonia, this dark goddess of transformation, is really urging us to do some deep work. She's in Aquarius, the sign of the celestial star weaver, the sign of the rebel. So where are you rebelling? And are you rebelling from your heart, or are you rebelling from a fiery Mars energy, which is deeply destructive but not necessarily productive in the long term? Sending you all so much love. I will pop below the video that there is now a chance to book in for me in May if you want a birth chart reading. I'm also opening up some spiritual mentoring sessions, soul mentoring sessions, where we can spend time together really diving into your soul plan. It's a form of between coaching and mentoring, but it's really about you having that space and having a really big cheerleader to help you really achieve your soul's full potential. So I'm going to pop all the links below for that, and I'm really excited about working with you. This is really heeding the call as well of these new earth leaders who are really ready to step into their power, to step into their new roles as a change maker. So sending you so much love and wishing you in advance a very happy new moon in Taurus. Blessed be.